Enter the portal. Spikes. Seems like something we might want to destroy. I damage.
Don't like the sound of that.
My! That sound sure is pervasive. And with such a high tempo, too. But I don't quite recognize the tune.
That would be the alarm. Sneaking around from now on will be a little more difficult.
Intruders, unbidden and unwelcome. Are you prepared to pay the price?
Spare me the threats. You're not getting away from me this time.
You! How you entered this place is a mystery, but it was a mistake. One which will soon be. Why, you have brought gifts. You carry the shards, and one is even lodged inside you. Interesting. Let me take them off your hands, and from your corpse.
Time to finish
Retributive invisibility. I have no idea what that does. Warlock spells are their own. They have a decent amount of selection per level, but I think they have, like, a wizard has styled 9 levels spells, going from 0 to 9. And then epic spells. I think Warlock has something on the more like 4 levels. Decent selection on each level, but you can only pick a handful on each level. So, but they're their own thing. No one has exactly the same. I don't even know if the breach is gonna do anything with that. Invisibility though sounds that most of our guys will not even be able to spot him after that. Ooh. Blister Horn Kibble. Massive amount of damage coming our way. There's not going to be any end to this. Negative energy attacks. And the spikes are doing something extra.
You think you have won? You are fools! The Haven, it is the source of my power!
Looks like you're not so tough after all. King of Shadows.
I don't get where the King of Shadow things comes. It's so blatantly obvious at this point, according to what's happened, that this guy is not the King of Shadows. He's someone who's an enemy of the King of Shadows. And it's so blatantly obvious, I don't get why they're trying to go with this. Because it can't possibly be the King of Shadows.
My tail?
I won't do what you want. There's another way. There has to be.
Of course there is. But the only other way is letting its friends die here, now.
You're lying.
Chandra, Even you know that truth can wound more than any lie.
You and your allies are stronger than I anticipated. But I will bear these indignities no longer. This entire sanctuary is my weapon. All who are trapped here fuel my power. I can harness the energies of this place, bind them to me. I can summon flame from the walls, turn the air in your lungs to fire. And you are nothing more than leaves caught in a storm. Did you really think you could face me here and survive?
Yes. Yes, I did.
He
Still do.
feels it. The lives of those others are about to be snuffed out. In moments, the decision of Chandra of Jero will matter not, and Amanjero will have this day.
It can't be him. It makes no sense. How did he survive? Where has he been and why? After all this time?
Do such questions matter when death is so close at hand? The wizard they face is blood of Jero. It knows this. As for those you travel with, reach out to them. Feel them die.
You can't beat him. The only way to do it is to free the demons. They're granting all his power.
Then do something.
There's a way to stop him, but it's going to require some blood being spilt. Mine.
Spill some blood, you stupid girl. Yeah, that's probably not something you want to say to someone whose cooperation is required for this to work. We're not beaten yet, so keep yourself safe.
There's no way I'm letting you die. Not after all we've been through. What do I need to do?
It already knows the blood of Jero allows free travel in this place, so it can travel easily to each one caged. But if it wishes to set us free, shedding of Jero blood is all that is needed.
Oh my. And what is this delightful little present? Oh my dear, you've cut yourself. Now why would you do such a thing?
Yes, you are almost done. This pain will soon end, and your sacrifice will save the souls of many.
This is the end for you. I will bury your bodies in the walls of this place and leave you to... What have you done? No!
Tell me he did not just run from us. Oh, he's really making me mad.
He's just lucky I didn't beat him when he was tossing me around and snapping my ribs. Oh.
Did any of you get tossed around like I did? Wow! It felt just like the time I got swept up in that hurricane off the Sword Coast!
I command you, stay! I am your master, your lord!
Command me? You command nothing, Jero. But know that it is I who have set your undoing in motion, and with a truth, no less. Whether you die or live, I will see you soon, I think.
Return to the circle! It binds you, and through it...
A woman has undone you, Jero. As it should be. Don't fret. We shall see you again.
Zexus is free! Zexus will tear you limb from limb, Jero! Then stitch you back together into new shapes with your own sinew. And after that, Zexus will cut you and wear your hollowed out skin on my talons like a glove.
Every circle broken, and without me knowing it being done. How?
Ah, Jero. Just in time to see my departure. I did so want to see your face as I slipped from your grasp.
You. Who has done this? I must know.
By your own blood betrayed, Jero. I would stay and savor your imminent death if I could, but I have already tasted your bloodline, and such a sweet, noble thing it is.
Betrayed. But I still have the power to stop it. There is still time. You, answer me. How was this done? You see plots within plots. I command you, answer me.
Of all the circles and wheels, plots and deceptions, you still have the audacity to blame me for what your blindness has wrought. I could not have orchestrated such a tragedy as has befallen you, little wizard. I admit a trace of envy winds its way around my heart. Perhaps we shall speak of it in a time not far from now, when you burn upon my fires. But for now, go to the last and see the truth for what it is.
Me phasm.
What you have done is brave, but foolish, Chandra Jero.
You, girl! You did this!
My friends, are they...
Your friends live, but you will not! You destroyed my summoning circle! You set the deadliest creatures in the lower realms free! You have weakened me, and in so doing, you have earned death.
I know, Grandfather. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Grandfather, what is this?
It is truth, Amun, and by such truths is one damned.
I have no kin. All were killed in the war against the King of Shadows. It's not possible.
Blood finds a way, Amun, always.
You lie!
You know only Jero blood could have broken the circles in this haven, as her blood has now broken mine. There are laws, Jero, and when one carries such laws too far, they will take you where I go now.
Hope we can loot our stuff back from her. Is carrying a significant portion of our good warrior gear. A level drain.
Time to finish this.
I'm sorry, but Chandra? Chandra, please get up. You see, we've won, really. We've come all this way to save you, and we got here just in time. Haven't we?
He killed Chandra. Let's gut him.
Get up, you cowardly dog! Face us!
If you had only waited to speak to us once. Since this chaos began, she would still be alive.
Is revenge what lies behind your words? Do you think I do not know that? Yet even knowing our conflicts, what could happen? You chose to bring her here. Just a girl, and the last of my line. But stay your weapons, your spells, lest this tragedy give birth to another. Kill me now, and this place will collapse, and we will all die. In my blindness, I have done a great wrong. Perhaps it is not too late to rectify it. And where one was lost, I still might save you all. Only a fraction of power remains in my haven. But it will be enough to take us from this place.
Don't leave her loot. I'm sure we'll get it back somehow. Maybe.
So that's Amanjaro. Not dead after all. Glad we made sure of that before running into his labyrinth of demons.
Yes, he is alive, and he is much more powerful than Tales ever indicated.
More powerful than some wizard, anyway.
More powerful than you, Aquara, and you would do well to believe me.
So what now? We imprison him? Throw him to the watch?
Tell me you're joking. He'll send the entire district to the abyss and then he'll come after us.
Justice must be served. But I am not certain he would find justice within Neverwinter's walls.
We could throw him off the docks.
I say we get what we need from him, then take care of him. No one needs to know.
He murdered Chandra Jero, and he must answer for it. But we will not answer murder with murder.
I'm sorry. I still don't understand what went wrong. If only we'd had some way of getting to her in time.
There is no sense to be made of it, Grobnar. Now we must simply accept.
It is our leader I am worried about.
The will of Amanjaro is broken, and this makes him dangerous. But no, it also makes him of use.
I could care less what happens to him, but I need to know what he knows.
Know that Amun is the enemy of the Githyanki, and all he has done to fight the King of Shadows. It would be well for us to share words with him. If his knowing becomes ours, our strength increases. Speak to him, and see where his allegiances lie.
Why did you bring her to my haven? Even though she was of my bloodline, you knew she did not have the strength to survive there.
It was the only way to enter your haven.
Of course. And you came there to learn of the King of Shadows. Another casualty of a war that never seems to end. And the King of Shadows, he has won a victory against us this day without striking a blow.
What do you know about the King of Shadows?
I have fought the King of Shadows before. As soon as I became aware of the threat he represented to Neverwinter, to the realms, I fought him. I have made pacts. I have studied him, tried to learn his weaknesses and the extent of his power. And always it has been a war with few victories. Surely you know of the ritual of purification. You should know that I have performed part of the ritual myself already. Without it, we cannot strike at the King of Shadows, and the battle is lost before it begins.
I am familiar with the ritual to free him, but that doesn't seem to be enough.
The King of Shadows is no mortal creature. He is not human. More a force than anything else. But there is something that can harm him. Those shards you have, they are part of the Sword of Gith.
Kalakcha.
Once the King of Shadows was driven back by Githyanki warriors wielding hundreds, maybe thousands of those blades. But the Sword of Gith is more than a simple silver sword. It can wound the King of Shadows, like it did once long ago. A part of the blade got lodged in your chest in the battle in West Harbor when you were a child. And whether you like it or not, you are now that weapon. The more shards you gather, the stronger that weapon becomes. Together, we can stop the King of Shadows, and we must.
together.
I have completed part of the ritual of purification. If you kill me, the battle is lost as soon as my heart stops beating. Without me, you cannot win. Whatever punishments you think I deserve, I will suffer 1,000-fold, well beyond anything your small mind can imagine. But I will strike at the King of Shadows before I leave this plane, and you will have no stronger ally than I in this, both in knowledge and power.
Very well. What's our next move?
Then we must gather our forces against the King of Shadows. Even now, his presence is extending from the Mare of Dead Men. The high road has become impassable. My scouts, now vanished, reported legions of shadows and undead stirring within the mare, and a sphere of darkness expanding from the heart of the swamp, killing all life it touches. We cannot stop him alone. With my powers weakened, my demons are no longer bound to me. You will need an army to face him.
Okay. Army it is then. We've had new party members. Probably should talk to them at some point. Thinking about spell selection. It's clearly that undeads will be a major part in any enemies we're going to face. I'm just thinking what kind of switch is necessary, or is there any switch necessary? So, 6th level spell, for example, no, 7th level. None of these will do any good against undead. Full undead. Single creature. It's hard to imagine a single creature that would be vulnerable to this and at the same time make enough of a defense to bother to use it. I don't know. I want to throw away all of these, but I think we should try to move into another direction. Flesh to stone. Totally worthless. Undead to death. It's not worthless. I don't think confusions will do anything either. Same time, there isn't all that much here that would be useful. And there might be other opponents still coming our way, so we'll see. Turnabout.
You no doubt have heard. Fort Locke has fallen. Nasher has summoned you. You are to report to Castle Never at once, and only you. Your companions are to wait here.
I shall leave at once.
Good. Ride fast for Neverwinter, and when you arrive, simply go straight to the castle. Nasher will be expecting you.
Oh, it's you, the captain of Crossroad Keep. I've been waiting for some time. I bring you greetings from Lusk.
Not now. The captain has urgent business. Whatever you need from her can wait until she returns from Neverwinter.
Yes, well, I'll be waiting anxiously for your return.
So, the war is getting closer. It's an end of a chapter. Yeah. Third and final chapter.
There is a growing darkness to the south, and Crossroad Keep is our best hope to stopping the army of the King of Shadows from reaching Neverwinter. Your keep will play a great role in the war to come. We are still awaiting word from the defense of Fort Lock, but we fear the worst. But the tidings are not all ill. Lord Nasher has prepared something for you, for all your efforts on behalf of Neverwinter. Here, these are yours to wear and to wear proudly. It is the garb of knighthood, and soon Nasher shall make you a true knight in his service.
Thank you, Sir Nibal.
As the days grow darker, the need for heroes grows greater, and Lord Nasher wants to recognize you as one of our finest. It is you who have built the keep into the force that it is. It is your name that is echoed on the lips of the men and women here. Even Sand has been known to say a kind word or two about you. What you wear is merely a cloak until that time, but you will find it carries with it special enchantments you may find helpful. Some of the finest mages and weavers of Neverwinter have crafted these cloaks. They should afford you some measure of protection while wearing them. The rest you will discover for yourself. The ceremony will take place in the Great Hall. We have gathered together many nobles from all over Neverwinter. Come now, let us make our way to the antechamber outside the Great Hall. Lord Nasher awaits. Your companions, the people you have assembled in Crossroad Keep, believe in you, and through you believe in Neverwinter. It is no small thing you have done here. Is that... Gods, it's the ancient alarm! I never thought I'd live to see this day. We are under attack!
Vampires. Am I equipped for this?
They are here for Nasher. We must get to him at once.
Okay. Oh, we're suddenly gonna get the level up. Ceremonial Sword of Neverwinter. It's a universal sword, so all classes can use it. +1, immunity to death magic, immunity to disease. That's probably a good thing, death magic immunity. But what about the cloak? +3 deflection, +9 hit points, +1 charisma, freedom of movement, regeneration, diplomacy. Don't recall what we had. I'm okay with having it. But is the sword better than the spear? No, the protection from death magic is something that I'm not very happy that we have, but I think this also protects from it. So we're not really getting anything from the sword itself. Shadow Priest, Wraith, Elite Vampire, Beauregards. Living your own askers. Sunburst. This is gonna hurt. Not me. Gonna hurt the undead quite badly. Ooh. Elite vampires have improved evasion. They will not be easy to take down. But Sunburst is very good against vampires. 143 points of damage, 119 points of damage. Elite vampires are both dead. many attacks do I have? 2.
Prepare to become one with eternity.
Come on. What the hell happened to that one? Nothing.
I will destroy you.
What the hell is going on here? Take it down. I think the enemies are mostly blinded, that might be it. It's a sunburst. Yeah, the sunburst pretty much turns the tide of the fight immediately. Ooh, when the raid skill, they create more raid. Okay. That's a nasty surprise. Hopefully the fighters survive longer.
We need to reach a more defensible location. There is a guard room in the hall round the corner from here. There we can make our stand. To the guard room. Follow me.
What's that about looting first? Wraith residue. Minor loot. Isn't Dynasty. I don't think that's a good item, but it's be worth 10,000 easily. A lot of resistances. As well level up. Spent the extra point. More 8th level spells. Greater Undead. Powerful Vampire. Will either be a warrior or a warlock, the type of which appears is random and beyond the caster's control. Doesn't really last. It's 6 seconds per level duration. Doesn't really make much sense. Ethereal Jones. Higby's clenched fist. I don't have immediate plans for the Ethereal Jones, however, it's something that I can't really do any other way. Buy time in a shitty situation. Yes, more sunburst in this situation would be welcome. Chest. Protection from evil, probably be warranted. Higher armor class. Guard room.
Everyone into the guard room now, quickly! The castle has been sealed. It is part of the ancient defenses of the castle should it ever be attacked, something we thought would never happen. Unfortunately, it has cut us off from Lord Nasher. You must get to him or all is lost.
I don't particularly care about Lord Nasher, but this war is gonna be over pretty quickly if we can't keep the king alive. If he's in danger, I will go at once.
Good. Look behind the tapestries in the hall. One of them should hold an entrance to Neverneath, the chambers beneath Castle Never. Neverneath has always been closed to us, but it is said when the castle is in danger, a path opens for defenders of Neverwinter. Make your way to Lord Nasher's side. We will try to be there as soon as the defenses are lifted.
Sure thing, buddy. Ivor the Blessed. Free healing. We don't need to fight. Let's use a potion of invisibility. Why bother fighting if we can just go where we need to go? Where do we need to go? Shadow Priest raids. Vampire Champion. Right. And just keep on championing all you want. Ooh, that's the tapestry. And Shadow Priest. How do we destroy this tapestry quickly enough? I suppose scintillating sphere. Blow me! Might have missed some gear, I suppose. I don't care too much. There are bigger things to worry about. Statue, statue, statue. Castle Never Throne Room. Okay. So, do a gauntlet. That's what the game is telling me. Be aware that you approach the sepulchre of Lord Howeth Never. My duty in life and my pact in death is the defense of this castle I built with my two hands. Continue onward and your loyalty to Neverwinter will be tested. Friends of Neverwinter have not to fear. To those who are foreign or enemies of Neverwinter, be you from Illusk, the wilds, or somewhere unknown, your presence will be cleansed. So, side with Neverwinter. Don't do Smiths. Let's be easy to handle. Mine are the hands that built Neverwinter, but not without my loyal fingers. How many fingers have I? Well, since it's Neverwinter 9, I'll choose 9. Yes, these hands led the 9 fingers to victory over Illusk. To know. Fire methods. I might as well try banishment. Ooh. Methods should not be dangerous, really. Yeah, they're about one hit kill. I protect myself from magic missiles, I think that's pretty much enough.
Dear John Queen.
I do have regeneration. So I need to answer correctly to these questions. I'm sure we can, even if we don't know the correct answers, we can proceed, but probably through additional fighting. What name has the lake beside Neverwinter? Black Lake? Yes, it is named for the black blood the orcs spilled within the lake when we liberated this land. Okay, to know. Ice or fire? Ice.
I will destroy you.
They're still somewhat dangerous. I think we can basically regenerate our way through this. This is a situation where the few Eldritch Knight levels are serving as well. We don't have to blast everything with our spells. To some extent we can rely on physical combat. Were you an enemy of Neverwinter, where would you be buried? Tomb of the Betrayer. Yes. Neverwinter is distinct from the savages that surround it by the mercy we show to our defeated foes. Fireman. I'll haste my own ass.
I will destroy you.
We're doing some physical damage, but we have more like 146 points of the protection still left. They're barely doing any damage. State the more common name for the artery of Neverwinter. Docks, Castle, Merchant Quarter, okay. Neverwinter River. Yes, Neverwinter River is called our artery for the warmth of its waters and for the blood spilled in the defense of Neverwinter. These aren't that bad. I mean, you don't have to actually know anything to pass most of these. Where might an enemy of Neverwinter find a map to our city? Archives, Castle Never, Merchant District, Illis. Say nothing. Say nothing. Yes, Friend of Neverwinter would never reveal a map to its enemies. How many gates must one pass through from Neverwinter's harbor to her castle? 1, 2, 3, 4. Say nothing. I think there's one in the Docks district, one in the Merchant district, and I'm assuming at least one in the Black Lake. So I'm guessing 3, could be 4 I suppose, but I don't think it's 1 or 2. Yes, 3 mighty gates built so that if one falls, others will prevail. You have been proven to know Neverwinter. But for Neverwinter to know you, you must declare your loyalty to her. Why? I declare my loyalty to Neverwinter. It's not like I'm not siding with Neverwinter, it's just I have loyalty first and foremost to myself. Neverwinter is a way to power and influence. So be it. The stone of this castle bears witness to your fealty. Protector of Neverwinter, take your place among us. Statue. The nine will protect my resting place from any who approach, but one of the nine is missing. Take his place to join my side. There's floating swords here, but they're not that dangerous. Neverwinter 9. Different members. Emperor, 8th of the 9, youngest of us all, who kept all of us young. Some minor description of all everyone. The original members. A lot of lock things. What? What did I do? I didn't do shit. Apparently that was I didn't get what I did wrong. Well, whatever. It's done now. Just one statue was destroyed. Another statue was destroyed. Well, you started it. I just wanted to cast this here. There's one long sword. Am I even gonna pick these up? I don't think so. God of Never. My sepulchre has been plundered and my nine destroyed. Though the rod of Never may leave my grasp, it shall not go far. Only the Lord of Castle Never can use the rod, and only while within these walls. Well, maybe you shouldn't start fights that you're not gonna be able to win. What is this? Elemental Swarm. Wizard's Ally. Mirrored armor, probably anti-magic armor. It wasn't that good. Rod of Never, nothing special about it. Wizard's Ally, Dagger. Bonus wizard spells, enchantment bonus +2, immunity to mind affecting spells, spell resistance. So it's a fantastical dagger for anyone who doesn't want to go on the offense. Not bad at all. Mirrored armor, light, spell resistance +3. Not bad. Gaiwen will be interested in hearing about this place. Okay. You have to kill at least one of these reavers.
Assassins. They sent assassins here. So this is how this enemy fights, with shadows instead of cold steel.
Are you alright?
I am unharmed, though I should see to the men stationed on the walls and in the keep. This King of Shadows, his forces are powerful. Is that the Rod of Never you carry? Let me see it. I had heard the rod rested below, but none have been able to enter Lord Halloweth's tomb. It seems the ancient alarms of the keep open the way. With this rod, I should be able to open some of Castle Never's oldest secrets. It seems some good has come from this surprise attack. I think this enemy fears to face us on the field of battle.
I think this discussion probably should have happened after the fight was actually over. That's what it seems like.
He fears to face Neverwinter and all its knights, and that now includes you. You have earned this through your deeds, the title of Knight in Service to Neverwinter.
Thank you, my lord.
Don't thank me yet. I haven't given you your orders.
My lord, there are certain rites for inducting knights that must be...
Naval, I knighted you at Redfellow's Watch in the mud with orcs surrounding us. Ceremonies can wait. Now bow and be knighted.
A knight of Neverwinter is entitled to land, a keep, and forces, my lord.
And she shall have them. But you, Knight Captain, and your efforts here, you have served Neverwinter beyond the call of duty, risking your life not once, but several times without hesitation. If there is anything that I think will be the light against this shadow that comes against us, it is you and the fortress I have granted you.
Again, with the more fantastical camera work.
I offer you an honor. To become one of the Neverwinter Nine, the protectors of Neverwinter, the surrounding lands, and most importantly, its people.
I think this realistically unlocks the prestige class Neverwinter 9. I think you have to unlock it once and it's immediately available after that every time. I don't think I want to become one of the Neverwinter 9. Still, we can always ditch the honor when we want to. I'm grateful, and I accept, Lord Nash.
Very well. For your efforts at Crossroad Keep, and your battles against these minions of Shadow, I convey upon you the mantle of one of the Neverwinter Nine.
And a much-deserved title it is, Knight Captain. We welcome you into our ranks.
But on to the matters at hand. You have done more to halt this beast's advance than any of my knights. When he strikes, you are there to counter it, but that is no longer enough. I am tired of waiting for this enemy to strike. I want you to find this King of Shadows. I want this beast to answer for the blood of every guardsman slain here tonight. If he crosses Neverwinter again, I want it to be the last time. To the servants of Neverwinter here before me, all fighting men of Neverwinter must take to the field to face this foe. You have seen one of its servants, and as terrible as it may seem, it can be beaten, and so can our enemy. You must spread the word. Help your neighbors to evacuate their homes as we fortify the walls of Neverwinter. We cannot allow our people to be placed in jeopardy. We alone must face this threat. Go now, and do what you can to prepare for the coming battle.
Like the battle that's about to start.
And so a strategy must be formed. These Reavers, whatever these things of shadow are, there is no way the Grey Cloaks can fight them. If our enemies cannot be killed...
They are pawns only. Powerful, yes, but not the true threat. The base that the enemy is striking from. If we cannot reach it, then we cannot take the battle to him. He can send his soldiers out without fear of counterattack, and there is nothing we can do but fall back.
Even if these ruins could be reached, we still need more men. Between the plague and the war with Luskan...
Then we will gather more men. But not just men. This enemy threatens not just us. We must make allies, and we must do so quickly. There is much to be done, I think. But I have faith in your efforts. It is said that the captain of Crossroad Keep is the lord of the manor in all but name. Now I've named it for you. But it will not be enough. I am in need of answers, information, and as many soldiers as you can gather. I need to know how these Shadow Reavers can be killed, and how I can reach their master.
And we need allies wherever they can be found, from all the races, all the peoples. This is not our war, it is theirs, whether they know it or not.
So, find a way to strike directly at the King of Shadows, find a way to kill the Reavers permanently, and make alliances. How can I find out how to defeat the Shadow Reavers?
We asked the enemy. We still have some of the Arcane Brotherhood in our dungeons. Let them provide us with answers. See to it.
There must be some way to reach the King of Shadows' stronghold.
My lord, I believe Aldenon is already searching for a means by which we can reach the King of Shadows' stronghold.
Half the task will be him finding it, and the second task will be trying to understand him when he explains it.
Where can allies be found?
There are old alliances that Neverwinter had years ago, in the days before I took the crown. I need you to reforge these alliances. Without more troops, this battle is already lost. A clan of dwarves, the Iron Fist clan, is said to have returned to their clanhold in Old Owl Well after the pass was liberated by Neverwinter. Perhaps they would be grateful enough to aid us in the coming battle. But we cannot count on them being able to join the effort. And even so, there is still the matter of the King of Shadows.
What about the Lizard Men?
The Lizard Men of the Mare? What of them?
Will they fight for us?
The men of the Mare have always existed in an uneasy truce with them. With a common enemy, it is possible.
I do not think any lizard man would be quick to come to the aid of Neverwinter, even if we could speak with them.
Yet, if they would join us, they know the terrain, perhaps even know about more of the movements of the King of Shadows through the Mere. If you think you can contact them and persuade them to help us, then may the gods smile upon you. Such allies might give us the edge we need.
I'll see to it at once.
Then I shall leave you both to these preparations. I must attend to the troops and the war effort. You are to attend to the King of Shadows. Of all our knights, no one has a greater chance of finding his weakness than you. I shall gather our forces, but you must show me where we must march. Return to Crossroad Keep and begin preparations. Naval will go to assist you, and he will remain there as long as needed. Now, go!
You do understand that the Reaver is still there. This cannot be how this goes. Because the Reaver might also have useful things, important items, valuable items, useful weapons. Yeah, this cannot be it. So, I'm going to save things. I'm going to loot things. Probably have a quick save if nothing else. If it just goes directly to the conversation, we'll have to live with it. But at least would like to give it another try.
Assassins. I believe so. With this rod, and that now includes you.
Yes.
And
for fuck's sake, go through the conversations.
If he to this all, you must go.
And so a strat.
They are it is, but I need to.
And we need allies wherever they.
There, I need a clap, but we cannot count on them. Then I of all return.
Ah, crap. I don't think it would break anything, but I suppose the positioning must have been. I don't get why it goes like that. That cannot possibly go how it's intended to go. The blasted thing is right there in the cutscenes looking at us. So I suppose we'll take another visit in the Castle Never, see if he's actually still there. For now.
We heard about what happened at Castle Never, the attack. It's good to see you're all right.
To attack Castle Never? The King of Shadows? Garius? Oh, they're getting bold, they are.
So, did you get any gold along with the knighting ceremony? I mean, not that you'd carry it with you, since I already checked your pockets and your bags.
What efforts are being made in the war? Will Nasher commit his forces? And what of Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance?
Know that word of all of this has traveled before the Kalakcha. Our duty is to carry the battle to the King of Shadows, his servants, and gather others who feel the same.
Asher wants me to find a way to kill the Shadow Reavers.
No, that will not be easy. Every time they are struck down, they reform. The only losses in battle with them will be ours.
There must be a way. Evil always has a weakness. We just have to find it.
Well, that's the trick, isn't it? The thing is, how long do you look and where?
Pardon me, but sometimes these things come to you. I mean, we can't be the only ones the Reavers have threatened or hurt. We already have crossed paths with a bunch of allies and people and sorcerers and sages we never even knew before. And we did much of that through serendipity. So have a little faith. Maybe an answer will come to us.
Know that this may be the best we can hope for. We should search, but the problem of the Reavers may be one that only time can aid us with.
We have to find some way to penetrate the claimed lands and strike directly at the King of Shadows.
The claimed lands kill all life that enter it. We wouldn't be able to reach the King of Shadows in time. The movement through the mare is never swift, even in the best of times.
If there's a path at all, we'd still need to know where we were going. And even then, we'd probably die getting there.
I don't think there's an easy path. As much as I hate to say it, I think we should ask Aldenon for advice on this.
Nasher asked me to bolster Crossroad Keep's forces by forming alliances.
Alliances are made to be broken. If agreed to at all, good luck trying to get anyone to join our side in these times.
Clan Iron Fist will help. They may take some convincing, but they wouldn't back down from a fight if they thought it was just.
The lizard folk should not be ignored. They once made their homes in the mare, and the King of Shadows has driven them out.
The lizards?
Their history with settlements along the mare is bloody, but they are fiercely territorial and are likely to hate the King of Shadows even more.
And we could look at last for the Wendersnaven.
Oh, gods.
No, they're not gods. They're the Wendersnaven. They exist, even if you can't see them with the eye, or touch them. They see all, know all, and have incredible powers. If they are on our side, we have a good chance of winning.
Oh, really? And how do we find something you can't see or touch and most likely exists in your head?
There's 2 sages at Portlast that are said to know something of the Wendersnaven. We could ask them.
Then it seems we have a number of roads open to us, and an army to build.
Yes, we do. Indeed, we do. Bevel, Turnaval, we probably can upgrade the rest of the structures in here. We need to reinforce the fortifications, maybe do this and that. We have pretty much around 500,000 gold and really nothing to buy. So I'm more than happy to just drop it all into any kind of trash upgrades. Don't care. We have enough items to get another 100,000, 200,000 probably, especially if we continue adventuring. So money is not a consideration. We might as well spend it.